It was a cold, rainy afternoon on November 24th, 1971, when a man known only as Dan Cooper boarded Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 in Portland, bound for Seattle. Clad in a business suit and carrying a briefcase, he was an unremarkable passenger among the holiday travelers. Yet what unfolded next would etch his name into the annals of American criminal folklore and initiate one of the greatest mysteries in the history of FBI investigations. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper handed a note to a flight attendant revealing that he had a bomb and his intentions were serious. The calm with which he announced his hijacking sent chills down the spine of everyone on board. The aircraft, a Boeing 727, became the stage for a real-life thriller that has captivated the imagination of the world for decades. As the plane landed in Seattle, the reality of Cooper's threats sunk in. While the passengers were released unharmed, Cooper's audacious demand for $200,000 and 4 parachutes was met. With the ransom paid, the plane took off again under his command, heading towards an uncertain fate. This marked the beginning of a saga that remains unresolved to this day. Upon receiving the ransom and parachutes at Seattle-Tacoma Airport, Cooper displayed a startling level of calm and precision. He instructed the pilot to head towards Mexico City at a low altitude and reduce speed, optimal conditions for a parachute jump. His specific technical demands suggested familiarity with both aviation and parachuting, deepening the mystery of his true identity and intentions. In the dimly lit cabin, Cooper meticulously strapped the bundles of cash to his body, donned a parachute, and prepared for the next phase of his plan. The flight crew, confined to the cockpit, could only speculate about his movements. As night fell over the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, Cooper took a leap into the unknown, vanishing into the dark, rainy skies. The door through which Cooper jumped was later found open by the crew, with the cold night air rushing in. This marked the last known whereabouts of Dan Cooper. The audacity of jumping from a commercial airliner with a bag full of ransom money into a stormy night created an image of Cooper that oscillated between a daredevil and a desperado. His disappearance sparked immediate action, leading to one of the most extensive manhunts in the U.S. The search for Cooper began immediately after his daring escape. The FBI launched an extensive manhunt, combing the suspected drop zone, a wooded area in the rugged terrain of the Pacific Northwest. Despite deploying helicopters, ground troops, and even local volunteers, the initial searches turned up nothing more than a few broken tree branches and empty wilderness. Years passed and the mystery deepened. In 1980, a young boy found a decaying package of $20 bills totaling $5,800 near the Columbia River, which were confirmed to be part of the ransom money. This discovery rekindled interest and speculation, but provided no conclusive evidence about Cooper's fate. The bills were waterlogged and decomposed, suggesting they had been exposed to the elements for years. Despite deploying the latest forensic and investigative techniques, the FBI officially closed the Cooper case in 2016, citing a lack of new information. Over the years, numerous suspects and theories have surfaced, each adding layers to the Cooper enigma. The case remains a captivating puzzle, with Cooper's true identity and fate still shrouded in mystery. His successful evasion of capture has made him a figure of intrigue and a symbol of the perfect crime. The motivations behind Cooper's hijacking remain as elusive as the man himself. Some theorists suggest that he was a thrill-seeker, driven by the adrenaline rush of executing such a daring escape. Others believe he may have been driven by desperation, perhaps financial or personal, which pushed him to commit such a high-stakes crime. His careful planning and execution suggest a deep dissatisfaction with his life, seeking change at any cost. Cooper has since transcended the realm of mere criminality to become a folk hero, a symbol of rebellion against the system. His story has inspired books, films, and songs, each portrayal adding to the myth. In a world increasingly bound by strict rules and surveillance, Cooper represents the allure of the unknown, the freedom of the sky, and the possibility of outsmarting the powers that be. As we reflect on Cooper's legacy, it is clear that the fascination with his case goes beyond the mere facts. It taps into a deeper, almost primal yearning for mystery and adventure in our modern age. Whether villain or hero, Cooper's flight into the unknown remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the 20th century, continuing to intrigue and inspire those who yearn for the unfathomable. His legend endures, kept alive by the winds of mystery and the endless sky that once served as his escape route.